Hi, my name is Katie Dyer. I'm with Young Living, and I'm here to tell you my story on why I have decided to sell essential oils through Young Living. I am a certified medical assistant, and I was working during the pandemic, and I had to stop working. I have a seizure disorder, and I had a relapse at the beginning of April. During that time, I had multiple seizures, and I was having trouble with a lot of things, like my speech, walking, processing things when people are telling me things correctly, and also my mental health was very affected. I have struggled with a seizure disorder since I was 15 years old, and I've also struggled with mental health since I was 15 years old. I have relapsed before in the past, and I went the route of going through my doctor and getting put on all these different medications. Also, I had a lot of side effects from the medications. I was very, very sick, throwing up every morning, losing over 20 pounds. My quality of life had diminished, and I was only 20 years old. I am now 24 years old. Before I had the relapse back in 2019, I was on a health journey of eating healthy and exercising. And at the end of January, I stopped exercising, and I still was eating better, but I wasn't eating exactly what I was supposed to be eating. If you don't know, with a seizure disorder, your diet is very important. And honestly, with anything, our diet is very important for our overall health. And so, with that being said, I had to be on a low, very, very low carb, no sugar diet, mostly meat and vegetables, and high fats, high healthy, good fats. I should say good fats because they're good. They're not bad fats, and there is a difference between good and bad fats. You should go look into it. And so it worked. I was on it for like 9 months. I was seizure free for 9 months, and that was the longest I've been seizure free since I was 17. 17 was the year I was actually a whole year without a seizure. And I really, really was striving to go back to that. And at the beginning of 2020, my New Year's resolution was to be seizure free for a whole year. And so when it came April and I relapsed and had 3 big seizures that were worse than I've had before, it really affected me. It really put me in this dark hole of depression, and I just felt really down because I felt like in January I was in such a high because I was doing so well. I was so happy. I was so healthy. Ryan is my significant other. We've been together for 6 years. We just purchased our first home in February. So all these highlights were happening, and then all of a sudden I had my relapse, and I just started tunneling back down the road that I was down before. And I found myself in the past going down this road over and over again. And I continuously try to do different things, but I have found that being in the healthcare, it's hard to know that yourself and taking care of yourself is the most important thing because you can't take care of anyone else. And so when I had to make the decision that I wasn't going back to work, it broke my heart because I love taking care of people. I believe that's why God put me on this earth. But I just never ever fully understand why I have a seizure disorder. Why do you want me to take care of people, but you also I also have this seizure disorder that is, I feel like in some aspects, hold me back. And so I started asking all these questions to God, like, why me? You know, why is this happening now? I'm supposed to be helping people. I'm supposed to be on the front line. That's where I'm supposed to be, and this is happening now. Why? And my friend Haley, she kind of noticed me going down that path, and she became really worried. And so she's like, hey, so my aunt has reached out to me, and I've been talking to her lately, and I would really like for her to talk to you. And I was like, what would you like for her to talk to me about? And she was like, these essential oils that she uses, she says they really help her, and I really think that they can help you too. And so at the time I was like, you know, there's so many people trying to sell so many different things right now because of the pandemic, and you know, I'll give it a try. I guess I know that I don't want to go back down that road of trying to find something that works and get sick again. And so I decided that I was going to try the oil. So I got in contact with her Aunt Lisa, and I sat down and we talked, and I bought my first starter kit after she told me her story. And then I started going on YouTube and finding other people's stories on how they got started and what made them decide to do this. And well, at the start, I did not know you could sell. I knew there was that potential, but I wasn't really trying to do that at all. And so I got the oils about a few weeks ago and decided to try them every day. The ones that I've tried the best, she said would help, is the Stress Away and Peace and Calming and lavender and frankincense. So frankincense, I've been using that multiple times a day along with the Stress Away. Stress Away has really helped my anxiety, the feeling of feeling overwhelmed constantly. And so, but I do have a funny story on the reason why I got in touch again with Lisa is because one day I was walking in my house, and my house has all hardwood floor, and I tripped and I fell, and in my hand was a glass. And I hit the floor and I held onto that glass, and it shattered in my hands, cutting my hand open everywhere, like every finger having cuts. Well, you know, the day before I got done talking to Lisa, and she was just checking in with me, seeing how I'm feeling and everything. And she was telling me a story about what people use with lavender. And she's like, just put it, if you ever get a cut, put it on your hand and see what it does. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't believe her. I was like, no way. Does lavender help cuts? Okay, like, I know that, right? Okay, well, I put it on my hand. My hand was throbbing in pain. And so I just doused my hand in it the night. And I woke up the next morning and my hand was not hurting anymore. And then I put it on again, like twice a day. And then by that Sunday, or the third day of using it, my hand felt like normal. I could move it. And where my cuts were, they were all in the creases. So you know it would hurt to move your hand. And I had no pain, and it was already starting to heal. And it just amazed me that lavender was helping soothing the inflammation in my cuts. So I was like, oh my gosh, that worked. Well, then Ryan got me out of the house and took me down to go down the road to get something to eat. And we're going through the drive-thru, and as we're going through the drive-thru, the sun it's in the evening, so the sun is setting, and the sun hits my face. And the way it hits my face, I didn't have sunglasses on, not very smart, because lights trigger my seizures. So does stress, and so does not eating right, not exercising, not taking care of myself. Folks out there that don't get punished for not taking care of yourself, my seizure disorder will punish me if I don't take care of myself. So it hits me, and all of a sudden tears start rolling down my face. Well, before I have a seizure, I always have this aura of very strong pain in my head, weird smell, about to throw up, nausea, and I'm just, tears are rolling down my face because I know what's about to happen. And Ryan's like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I was like, I'm about to have a seizure. We're in the drive-thru. We've already ordered our food. It's lovely. And I left my oils at home because I wanted to try to put them on to see if they'll help calm me down enough to not go in and have a seizure. Because sometimes I can de-escalate before it escalates, if that makes sense. And someone was trying to call me, so my video cut off. I'm just gonna finish off where I started in the one before. Left off because a call came in. But so we're sitting in the line at this restaurant, already ordered, I'm about to have a seizure, left the oils at home, can't try them. So I just lay my chair back, preparing myself because I have busted my knees open on the dashboard of cars before from having a seizure in the passenger seat, or I end up in I don't even know how it works, but end up in the floorboard all twisted up. And so I start leaning my chair back because I'm preparing myself to have a seizure. Well, my aura is going on. It's continuing. Finally, they give us our food. Ryan rushes home. We're not even 5 minutes. We get home. I go lay down. I grab my frankincense and I'm putting it on me. Ryan's I'm really trying. I don't know what's going on in my body. My body's freaking out right now. And I start just close my eyes, and I was just started breathing in and out slowly, slowing everything down, just trying to not think about it. And after about 5 minutes, my aura went away. And I just felt relieved all of a sudden. And now, I can't, you might think I'm a little crazy. You might think, well, that's really ironic, but I also have been using frankincense before. And it's so my body knows I've been using it. And so I don't really so I know that it helped me in that moment, and I'm very thankful because I was going to have a seizure. Ryan and I had no doubt that I was going to have a seizure, and just getting myself to calm down and stop fearing the fact that I was about to have a seizure literally was just helping me have a seizure. Just having that fear and that weight lifted off my body helped me. And so I ended up not having the seizure, and that was amazing to me because one seizure puts me down for almost a week, at least 3 days. And so I felt really relieved that frankincense helped me in that way. And so I'm sharing this with you because, again, this is my story. You may think that I'm nuts. You might be like, girl, you don't even know what you're talking about. And you a medical assistant, and you work in the health field, you're over here trying essential oils. Think what you want, because I'm not here to hear your opinions, and your opinions about me, it's your opinion, so you have all the right to have them. But these this is my story. These oils are helping me, and I wanted to share that with you because I know that there's other girls, there's other men, there's other people in my situation right now. And I know they're struggling, we're struggling, and we want answers. And the brain is such a mystery that, like, I don't know if I'm ever going to have a total answer for my condition. But I know that I'm going to try to stay as healthy as I am. I'm going to try to control all the variables that I can to be the best person and to strive and do and accomplish things that I want to accomplish in this world, because that's important to me. Because, you know, one day I want to be able to have a child. One day I want to be able to be a mother. And I want to live a young life, and I want to be mentally there through that life. I don't want my mind to go. I want to be the healthiest I can be. And that is why, after trying these oils, I feel like Young Living is slowly helping me get my life back together. And I'm thankful for that and grateful for that. And so I wanted to share this with you. I'm here to answer any questions you have about the oils. And if you're interested and you're like, you think that this is amazing and you want to hear more, you want to sit down and talk, please reach out to me. I'm willing, I'm here. I will be sharing a little glimpse of how the oils are helping me each and every day on my Instagram page. So be sure, if you are interested, to go follow me on KD_essential_oils on Instagram. Go follow me now. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening to my story. I appreciate each and every one of you. Mwah.